Hello everybody and welcome to the Tormek Sharpening studio here in Lindesberg. Welcome back, I should say, it's been a while. Today we are having quite a special live episode. It's a sharpening class on the brand new patented product KS-123 knife angle setter. So the name says kind of it all. It allows you to set the exact sharpening angle for any type of knife. So it's quite the big release for all the knife sharpening enthusiasts out there. With me today we have Sebastian. Welcome.
Thank you, Hugo.
Nice to have you. We are live, so please take the opportunity to ask any and all of your questions in the chat. And if anything goes wrong, you know, we are live, so bear with us and let us know if you can't hear us or something. But yeah, that's it. Are you excited to show this new product?
Yes, I'm super excited. First of all, it's the first time since it's a long time ago we were live, and it's even more fun when we have a brand new product and a great new product to present. So I'm super excited. I hope we will do a good job in showing how good of a product the KS-123 knife angle setter is. But I'm sure you will guide us through it, and I will pretend being an expert.
I will do my best.
Great.
It's actually a brand new product. It was revealed to the world yesterday.
Yes.
So it is big news for us. Yes. But where do you want to start, Sebastian? Should we start with what the knife angle setter is for and why it's a great update?
Yes, perhaps show it to everyone who hasn't seen it. This is how it looks. It's a nice little piece. So it's made out of zinc and composite. And what it does is that it's the fastest, most accurate and easiest way to set an angle. And what it does is that it measures the apex or the extremity of the bevel, which makes it super precise. And it doesn't matter if it's a taper knife or if it's a knife with several facets, you will get the exact angle every time. So not only have our innovation team worked on it, but we have had several engineers, third-party engineers that have double-checked it, and everyone is overwhelmed over the precision of it.
It really is very precise, and it's an intricate design. It looks quite sophisticated, and it delivers also a very intricate and precise results.
Yes, and as you said, it's a brand new. We released it yesterday, but it has been a work in progress for quite some time, and now I think we have made it great.
We made it.
Yes, we made it. We are here. Now we just need to present it.
Great. Should you go ahead and see what it's for? We have a saying that's set, snap, and sharpen. What does that look like?
Snap, set, sharpen.
Yeah. What did I say?
Set, snap, sharpen.
Oh,
I think.
I haven't learned it. I haven't even learned it yet.
No, it was just released yesterday.
Yeah.
So
snap, set, sharpen. Right.
Yes. But before I do the snap part, I will be boring, and I will have to set up the knife in the knife jig. In this case, I took a kitchen knife.
We didn't prepare like in the kitchen shows.
No, I should have taken it out of the oven directly, but I haven't done it. Bad work from me. In this case, I'm using the KJ45, the centering knife jig, but it works just as fine with all Tormek knife jigs. So the KJ140, SVM45, and no matter how old the jig is. It also works with the SVM00, which is a small knife holder, but in this case, KJ45. For you who has followed the lives, you have seen this before, but I clamp the knife more or less in the middle of the knife, and then I try to have the same distance from that board to the bevel and that board to the bevel. I lock first knob, and then I lock second knob. Not more complicated than that. Then we come to your saying.
Snap.
Snap. So I start by snapping it. So I snap it on there. That is the snapping part.
Yeah.
Then I set it, and the first thing I want to set is the protrusion, and then I go here. I set the knife in the composite part, and I make sure this is unlocked. And then I just push it down, lock, and now I have set the protrusion. So if I would change wheel now, so if I would go to the composite honing wheel or a T4 or whatever, this will always be accurate.
Right.
So that is a great part. Once I have set the protrusion, I make sure that these 3 reference legs are on the wheel, and then I set the angle. I don't know if Victor sees it properly, but I decide which angle I want. Do you want me to turn the machine?
Yeah.
Then I will hold Victor. Do you see it better? Samuel, do you see? I have 2 cameras. I'm not used to working with 2 cameras. So one finger on each reference leg, and then I decide which angle I want. In this case, I would like 15 degrees, and then I just make the universal support higher until I have my 15 degrees. It's big, clear numbers, and there I have 15 degrees. Lock the universal support, take it off, up, and off I go sharpening. And now I will have 15 degrees in a very accurate way.
That was surprisingly easy, right?
It's super easy and it's super fast.
Yeah. And that's degrees per side, right?
Yes, exactly. So 15 degrees per side, 30 degrees in total.
Cool.
I have noticed more and more people are talking about degrees per side, so it's more common.
DPS, as you say, if you're in the know.
I'm too old to know that lingo, but I trust you, Hugh.
Great. So that was quite easy. Should we go into a bit more depth into the different steps?
Yes.
To see what's actually happening in each step?
Yes. And then perhaps I can give you 1 or 2 things to think about.
Right.
The actual clamping of the knife, we have, I don't know how many videos on how to clamp a knife. So if you want to go more in depth with that, you can go backwards. A good tip is before you start is to have the universal support a bit lower than you expect to sharpen on. It makes the actual setting a bit easier.
Right.
The snap, sorry, I go back. The snap, which is just a snap, but you need to snap it on the inside of the wheel, so you have the possibility to touch the wheel with all 3 reference points. That is like the basics.
And the snap is an actual snap. You snap it on there, so it sits on there.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. And this should be
loosened. Exactly.
Right.
Good.
Cool.
I appreciate having someone double checking me. No, but this is all you have to do. It's super easy. Not more complicated than that. And then you have like a little V here in the composite when I want to set the protrusion. Mm-hmm. And then I place it on the inside, so not on the inside or on the side towards the composite honing wheel, in there. And then I just press it down until the knife jig's composite part touches the universal support, because that is my reference
Like
point.
when you would sharpen.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And then I lock the knob. And here I have the protrusion set.
Okay, what's the protrusion?
The protrusion is the distance from stop there until the bevel.
Okay, because that is your reference point when heightening and lowering the universal support to get your angle.
Yes, exactly. So right. I will get the right angle every time now. If I change the diameter of the wheel and I go to the composite honing wheel, since I have measured the protrusion, I can change wheels, and there are 3 reference points, and this reference point makes adjust to the diameter of the wheel.
Right.
So it makes it super easy if I want to change. For example, we have some Tormek users that wants to go on the original stone and then want to go on the Japanese water stone, and sometimes they have different diameters. Now you can, without having to set the protrusion again, easily set up the exact angle when you go between different stones or between stones and the... Because
the protrusion you set here is the protrusion of that knife exactly in that jig.
Exactly.
So as long as you use that knife in that jig, you know that with this setting you can switch wheels and set the exact angle on where...
Exactly.
Right.
Great.
Sounds ingenious.
It is. I wish I had invented it, but it's not my...
Okay, what are you doing now?
Exactly. So then I put one finger on each reference point and make sure...
hold up. I see here. That is not touching.
No.
You said it was supposed to touch.
Yes. It will be touching.
Okay.
I just press it and then I make it higher.
Right. Okay.
So it was that I was so far off.
Okay, you were a bit too low.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
So just press there and lift it up until you get the desired angle. And we decided on 15 degrees, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're creeping up there?
And I also like, we haven't used it super much either, but it's very easy and clear to see the numbers. They are big, and it's very easy to make it super precise.
Yeah. I think you're off about 1/4 of a degree there. You need to go up a bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is,
I'm being finicky with you
no,
now,
but it's good. And that's also a good trick, to be on the same height as the numbers. You make sure that you're on 15 degrees, because when I was standing up here, it didn't look perfect.
Yeah. So get down and level with the angle indicator, and you guarantee that the human error is no issue.
No,
either.
exactly. In this case, I didn't want to be in the way for Victor. But you're perfectly correct. Are we on the 50 degrees? Are we?
Yeah, I think
we're
good.
satisfied.
Yeah,
are you, the viewer, satisfied? Instagram as well.
No complaints from our YouTube commenters in the chat yet, at least.
Great, and then I can just remove it.
So now the universal support is set for 15 degrees for that knife in that jig.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I can sharpen. So if I go sharpening, always important to have the composite part touching the universal support, as you all know probably. And then when I come towards the tip, I lift it. I thought perhaps we could show after I sharpen this, I think it will be quite quick, how, because this gives us an opportunity to hone it in the jig in a controlled way and set it up easy on the honing wheel. So perhaps I thought that could be of interest for the viewers to see how we set it up on the leather honing wheel.
Yeah, the entire process of going from sharpening and keeping the same setting on the angle setter and transferring that to the honing wheel. Gotcha.
So I'm satisfied. I think I have burr all along. Yes?
You have done this a couple of times.
Every now and then. Great. So now I have honed it. I have sharpened it, and it's time to hone it. Normally we talk about freehand honing, and that still works great. But I know there are a lot of people out there that likes controlled honing, and with the KS-123 Knife Angle Master, it makes it way more easy. We also have a not 2 days old, but not that old product, the MB102, which makes it possible to hone in a controlled way with a better angle.
Right.
So if I want to hone with the jig in a controlled angle, what I need to do is to remove the stone. You can be my assistant.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Because if I don't remove the wheel, I will be touching the wheel when I start honing. So I remove it. And then I need this small transport that comes with the machine. If you, for some reason, threw it away, it's easy to make out of wood or plastic, whatever. 12 millimeters diameter, or 12 and a half. And then I lock it, turn the machine around. Am I ruining it for the filming crew here? Or do you want me to stand on the other side? Or is this, it's okay. So here, so now I need to set the angle because I wanted to have the exact same angle. I wanted controlled honing.
Yeah.
So I take the KS-123 knife angle setter, snap,
Right.
and then in this case I need to lower the universal support
Quite a bit, yeah.
quite a bit. Yes, I can also come a bit closer with the.
Yeah.
But you see here I'm going down the degrees. So here I'm at, and I let Hugo decide if it's on 15 or not.
You need to come up like a half degree.
Good, yeah. Good that I have you.
Ah, there you are. I think.
There.
There.
Are we?
We're square.
We're square. Great. Then I lock both, then be 102, and I lock it here, and I lock it here. And here, I'm on the perfect angle for my controlled honing.
Right.
Perhaps a bit polishing paste so we get it really shiny.
Yeah. That was not much harder, that, was it?
No, it's super easy, and that's often we haven't. It works great freehand honing, but if you're uncertain, and I have done it a lot of times, but if you're uncertain, it can be very nice to have a control honing. Then you're sure that you don't make a mistake. Yeah. And before it has been not complicated, but more complicated. Yeah. With the KS-123, I think knife angle setter, I think it becomes a bit easier. So if you want to have this control honing, and also I know there's a lot of people out there from the sales number of the Japanese Waterstone that really likes a mirror finish. Yeah. And then you will have to reset it as well, and then the knife angle setter really makes everything way faster. You can see
there as well that you are exactly on the bevel with the honing wheel.
And it's also good sometimes if you have like a really nice knife with a patina or something, and you absolutely don't want to ruin it, then the controlled honing can also be of advantage.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, like if you are unsure and you want reassurance, you'll have it with the, you will always know that you're on the money.
Yes. Great. I remove.
This is good TV.
Yes.
Turning your back to the viewers.
Now came the part when I changed the knife that you started with.
Yeah, now it's a katana.
Exactly. No, sorry. And now hopefully I have a sharp knife.
Are you confident?
Yes, I'm confident because everything was controlled, so it wasn't on me. Otherwise, I would have been.
Oh yeah, you eliminated the Sebastian error.
Exactly. So you see, it is sharp.
It's sharp.
Yes.
Looking sharp. Great.
I would probably have it sharp also if I didn't do this controlled honing, but still, this is. For people that want it, it makes control honing way easier than it was before.
Great. So we have gone through all the steps, the snapping, the setting, and the sharpening.
I think so.
Yeah. You mentioned it works with all the Tormek jigs. I have noticed we got a question about the SVM 00 as well. How is it? Does it work with all the jigs?
Yes, it does. This I have prepared, so I will show it in just an instant. I will just put
now we are prepared. That's perfect. Yeah, sorry for...
I need a wheel, a sharpening wheel to be able, and you were my water trough guy.
Yeah, a water boy coming with a water trough here. There we are.
Great. So it works with a lot of different knives, and I don't know if we went into detail, but if you... the biggest advantage compared to the WM200,
Angle master.
Angle master,
Yes.
thank you. Is that this is best on single bevel tools.
Yeah, because that's what it was made for.
Yes, exactly.
Like wood chisels and those kind of
Yeah, and gouges and so on.
plain irons. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you have a very small bevel, like on, for example, this bushcraft knife, it's impossible to measure on the actual bevel, and then you need to measure on the back of the knife.
Right.
And if you have several bevels, like in this case, or several facets, it doesn't make it accurate.
Yeah.
Or if you have a tapered knife looks like most knives are more or less tapered, but it looks like a V. If I'm not able to measure on the bevel, but on the back of the knife, I won't get it the exact angle.
Yeah.
But
because you have some tilt in the tapering of the knife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here in the case with the KS-123, since we measure the very apex, we will get the exact angle of the cutting bevel every time. Great. So that is the huge advantage. And the advantage is big with, for example, this kind of hunting knife. So I just set it up in the same way as I did before. Protrusion. Make sure all three legs are in contact. And I need to go up a bit, I know. But I do, as I said, I started too low and went up.
Yeah.
That was pedagogical.
Because it's much easier seeing how it
Yes.
creeps up and it doesn't get stuck.
So perhaps here I would like even more. I don't know if I would like
17 or 20?
Yeah, something like that, 20. Yeah. I go for 18 just to be not give you right. So there, I'm on 18, and so I snapped it, I set it, and now I can sharpen it.
Great.
Same for example, if you have a Sloyd knife and you have the SVM00 small knife holder, works in the exact same way. I loosen it again. I make sure to go above there, lock, and then I do the same thing. This time you get to decide the angle. You do what you want.
Sloyd knives, aren't they like 25 degrees or something like that? But that might be total angle, so 12?
Yeah, something like that. 12.5.
Yeah. I think the more, wasn't that the more
yes, a more Sloyd
106
knife.
or 120?
Yeah, I don't know the exact, but it's a more Sloyd knife.
Yeah.
The one is shorter and one is longer.
Yeah,
This is a longer version.
I always get them mixed up.
And also, even for a cleaver, it works. There is a protrusion limit.
Yeah.
I
think the maximum blade height is 8 centimeters.
Yes, so 80 millimeters.
Yeah.
But this, as you see, it's quite a big cleaver, and it still works. I will be using the second stop instead. So I loosen it again.
Yeah, because it won't fit in between now.
No.
But you measure it at the point, the tip of the...
Yes, and since it's perfectly straight, it's no problem.
Yeah.
So here, and then I would just choose the angle I want.
Sharpening Supply says that's a Morakniv 106.
Thank you.
I think I was right with the first.
It was me messing with your head.
Yeah.
It's good that we have knowledgeable resellers and viewers out there that can correct us.
Thank you, guys.
No, so it's super easy with all kind of knives. And as I said, for this kind of bushcraft outdoor knives with several bevels, it's a huge difference compared to the WM200.
You have two oldies but goldies up there to your left.
And it works just as fine with the SVM45 and the SVM140. Even these really old Tormek knife jigs with the long handle, I don't know if anyone has it out there, that works as well.
Right.
We also have a knife jig that's called the SVM100 that was stopped produced like 20 years ago, but it would work. And that is something we always work on Tormek, to be compatible backwards. Yeah. And this is not
That's the case also with machines, right?
Yes. So it works on all Tormek machines that has a universal support. The very first didn't have universal support, but all that has universal support works perfectly fine.
Great. T4, T8,
no limitations on the woodworking machines, should be said, and the bushcraft machines, not on the kitchen machines, so not on the Tormek T1 or the Tormek T2, but on all the Tormek water-cooled machines, it works perfectly fine.
Great. Let's see on our cheat sheet here. If
what have we missed?
When will it be available in stores? Is a question that I'm sure that all of our viewers out there are wondering.
And it has been shipped from us, and it's on. I think it's already available in some stores. It has made it all the way across the pond to Sharpening Supplies, perhaps, our friends that helped us. So I'm helping them back. But also, it will be available either this week or next week on most markets. All importers have taken it. Then, of course, we have some markets around the world. We can have viewers from all over the world where we don't have importers. But then you can find a reseller somewhere else that I'm sure will have it in stock. And willing to ship.
We had a couple from Australia viewing here. I saw in the beginning. How do we know the status for?
I think they're not far away.
Right.
So I think hopefully next week or latest a week after.
Yeah, we'll try to get them there as soon as we can.
Yes, we always when we do a product launch, we try to be as simultaneous as possible. But everything is produced here in Sweden, and we have different distance. So we try to make a correct timing so everyone will have it. At launch date or as close as launch date as possible. Yep. Sometimes we do a better job, sometimes not as a good job, but this time I think we are quite close, so we can release it all over the world.
Sweet. That was, I think, all of my questions for you, Sebastian. Before I go on and see what all of our viewers have, we have had quite a few viewers live watching and commenting as well. Before I go into their questions, is there anything else you would like to add to this?
I would like to add, perhaps the price is often a question that people are interested in. So we have a recommended retail price, which is $50 US. We have in Europe it's 42 euros, and in Sweden, if we have any Swedish viewers, it's 440 Swedish kronors. So that is our recommended retail price, including VAT and so forth.
Good to know. Anything else?
No, not that I come up with. I think I feel like I'm just speaking all the time. I think we covered most points.
I think so too.
And if we didn't do a good job, it's a great product. I really love it. Believe me. If it didn't shine through the camera.
Sweet. Should we go into the questions of our viewers?
Yes, please. Sweet. That's the most fun part.
Yes. We have quite a lot of viewers saying hello. They're asking, first of all, we have Ed Korsberg and Richard Randall asking if this will be viewable later on.
Yes, so all our lives are viewable afterwards, and they will stay forever, I was going to say, on our YouTube channels. So we have a big library of all kinds of sharpening. We have several hundred hours where you can just discuss sharpening with me and my colleagues. So it will stay. And also we try to answer the comments afterwards. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the commentary below, and we will try to answer them in writing afterwards.
Yes, we did have some questions about Australian availability, but we already answered that. We have some people that already ordered it.
Great.
Which is super fun. We're looking forward to hearing your opinion, and would love to see you tag us on social media using it so we get to know how you like it.
And tell us if it was as easy to
please
snap,
do.
set, sharpen. And I'm sure it will be.
We have hello from all over the world. South Africa, France, Ohio, USA, Wichita, Montreal, Pat Lapp, our friend, saying hi. Brisbane, Oxford, Ohio, Slovenia. Looking forward to this. So it's a lot of hellos and positive feedback.
That's
The
fun.
question about this can be used with a small carving knife jig. That would be the SVM 00.
Yeah, and
we had
no
an
problem at
answer to
all.
that.
It works perfectly well.
Yeah. Tormek has done it again. Thank you, Karsten. Love this.
So it can also work with like really small, like flexi-cut knives, wood carving knives as well. It's no
Right.
problem.
Obviously, yeah. MSRP, we got that covered. You said $50.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm like a crow that it's shiny and new, so I have to have one. It's a comment.
You're not alone.
We can't complain that we don't have a funny community.
No, it's and a dedicated community. We are very humble for that.
Here we have a question. Where the blade is clamped changes protrusion. If knife is clamped at different spots, might that not change the angle?
Yes, if I would change the clamping, but it doesn't matter because if I would, once I set it up, I would clamp it more or less, then I would change. But now I have set the protrusion and it won't differ at all because it is.
I think like on a kitchen knife, if you have like a different distance here, if you set the knife jig on like the back of the knife, or if you set the jig here, you'd have a different protrusion from I think the question.
They mean if it's very bent. Yeah. No, but so what we recommend is to have it on the like longest surface, straight surface. Because of course, if you have a very bent knife like this.
Like a skinning knife.
You will never have the exact same angle in the tip because often the tip is also way thinner. But if you would have the exact same angle, the bevel would look very strange. It would be very long because it's very thin there. So factory made, often there is not an exact angle all the way to the tip, but that doesn't matter. You want to have an aesthetically, but when you measure it on the like longest surface of the
longest straight part.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Right. Good question. Let's see. You would have to set protrusion for every knife you sharpen. That is correct. Just found this live and ordered one now in Sweden.
Great.
Congratulations. The transport spacer is available. Yes. Here we have a comment on using it on the MB102 is a great advantage as well to set it quickly since wheel diameter is self-adjusting. And I don't know, did we look into the part that this is movable? This part.
No, so I think we said that reference leg is the one that compensates, that makes it possible to compensate when you change diameter.
Yeah. And it is because this part is moving exactly this way.
So we perhaps didn't go into that much detail, but
so that makes it self-adjusting for diameter.
Yes.
Great. I have 2 Tormek machines, and all these steps make the Tormek pretty inefficient time-wise. Also, I had a motor burn out on me less than a year. Okay, so this was a guy that have had some issues. Matt, if you're having any issues with your Tormek machines, please contact us and we will help you out. Support at tormek.se. Tormek machine should not burn out after a year. Then it's probably something manufacturing error. So reach out to us, and that sounds like a warranty issue.
Yes, it is. And it's tested, the motor normally, to last for more than 20,000 hours running time. So a year it's impossible. Then there is clearly something wrong. So please contact us, we'll help you.
Great. Let's see. Is it available in India? You mentioned, I don't think we have any resellers.
No. What you could do is send an email to info@tormek.se and we will patch you through someone that can, the correct reseller that could help you.
Yeah. We got a couple questions also about wear on the snapping part here, if that wears out. Snap it onto the universal support.
No, we have done extensive testing, and that hasn't been an issue. So they have found the right balance in the composite, so it shouldn't wear out. Of course, it's a quite new jig on the market, but we have tested it intensively, and it has been a prototype. It looked a bit different, but it has been a prototype for almost 2-3 years, perhaps even. So that shouldn't be an issue. I like the snapping part.
Yeah, I have understood that as much.
Yes, good.
We have questions about if there will be new manual pages to add in the Tormek handbook.
Yes, I think we try to always update the manual, but then we do it version by version. You also have a small KS-123 knife angle setter instruction in the box. In the box, yes. And it will. We have the manual in over 40 languages, and we constantly renew it and add things to it. But exactly when it will be added, I don't.
One thing to mention is actually on the box you have a QR code that you can scan to get 2 video instructions on tormek.com. So if that makes it at all easier for you, I think you will be redirected back to this video actually. So it's a bit of a.
If you're not tired of us, you come back to us.
Great. You could point the handle to the other side. Okay, let me see if I understand this question. You could point the handle to the other side to set it also if you were clamped near the very curved knife tip to get a flat area to adjust from. Correct. Question mark. So that would be switching the handle to the other side. Where's the, oh yeah, it's here. No, you can,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you could set it up like this, was the question.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's. But the problem might be. I've never tried it, but the problem, I think it should work perfectly well. The problem might be that depending on the length of the knife, you will have things in the way. So with this knife, it wouldn't be a problem, but the risk is bigger that you have something in the way if you have to intervene if you have a smaller knife, for example.
Right.
But this is, since it's self-centering the knife jig, and you will have the same angle on both sides. It doesn't matter which side, but we recommend this side because there is less risk of the jig intervening with the knife angle setter. Correct.
Thank you, Sebastian. Hope that was the answer you were looking for, Sharpaholic. Good name. We got questions about the current version of the Tormek handbook, and it says in the handbook, which is downloadable from tormek.com on the product page of the HP10 Tormek handbook. So you can have a look there for the current version. Available in Canada. If it's not, it will be in a couple of days.
I know it. Yes, I think they are very close to having it.
Despicable Chuck asks if it works from the front. We haven't discussed that.
Yes.
Only with the MB102.
Yes, it works from the front. If you want to do horizontal sharpening, you do it in the exact same way, up, and then. So
setting is the same.
Yes, exactly same.
Great.
So protrusion. All 3 legs set angle.
Great. The warranty period is another question. I think we have 2 years warranty on all jigs and accessories, right?
Yes, we always have 2 years. Often, as I talked, we see knife jigs that are 30, 40 years old still there. It was 2 years warranty on them as well, but they still last. So.
Yeah, Despicable Chuck, I see you ask this question a few times. No, you did not miss edge trailing. Edge trailing is fully possible.
Yes.
It's completely same setup. So that's no problem at all.
It's good you said that. We missed that perhaps. But like we were edge trailing when we were honing.
Yeah.
You always need to edge
Per
trade.
Carlson also says this will be great going from the standard stone and then to the Japanese stone, as you also
Yes, I
mentioned,
think
which
that is a great
yeah.
advantage for all Japanese stone lovers out there.
Yeah. Question: can you use this with chisels and plane blades? No, Brian. This is a knife angle setter. For chisels and plane blades, we already have the WM200 Angle Master, which is made for single bevel tools such as wood chisels and plane blades.
Yes.
So WM200 Angle Master is your go-to product for single bevel tools.
And it works great for single bevel tools.
Yes. I think that was all questions we had from our YouTube live. So please, if there's another question, this will work for the Tormek T7 ES Super Mic NJ. All machines that has universal support, you can use the KS-123 knife angle setter. So it's backwards compatible as far as the universal support goes.
Yes.
Right.
Great. This was fun.
It was nice to be back in business and talking to you guys and getting to read all your comments. I really sincerely hope you will enjoy using the KS-123 knife angle setter for all and any of your knife sharpening. Anything else you want to add to this, Sebastian?
No, don't hesitate to contact us if you have questions on social media, or if you see this afterwards on YouTube. Ask your comments in the commentary below and we will answer that as well. It's super fun that you ask so many questions and that you are engaged. And as Hugo said before, please share on social media when you use it and tell us what you think of it.
Yeah. We look forward to hearing all about it.
Yes.
Remember to like and subscribe to this video and to our channel to get more updates on product news or whenever we go live and do other stuff. And we will see you next time.
Yes. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.